Good evening, beautiful family in the light. So much love to all of you for joining us on our 15th week silent global meditation. Thank you so much, all of you.
Welcome, everyone. We are so grateful for each of you to be here tonight on this most special time of the year where we can bring our hearts, our spirit, our souls together. And we cannot be more thankful and just appreciate all of you in your divine heart and sharing this.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Beautiful blessing.
Blessings to you. And being here with us tonight. Thank you.
So, welcoming everyone, please do let us know, introduce yourself and let us know where you're joining us from, what city, what country, where you're anchoring this beautiful divine light, which we're so grateful for. This gathering is not about Michael and I at all. It's about all of us as a family of light, where we gather from the pure intention of our highest love. We just allow our vessels to be an instrument and allowing the vibration to move through us and extend the highest vibration of love towards Gaia, anywhere it needs to go, anywhere that is called, with no direction other than full allowing. So thank you so much for joining us on this 15th week, as a lot has been taking place. And just as the last few weeks, 3 weeks in particular, that we have been communicating, in order for us to go to this 30-minute silence experience, where we are just really silencing the presence, so the higher presence through our I am presence, through our higher self, can really merge within this human vessel and allow it to be the vibration of love vibrating through our golden crystalline frequency. We have to just address a couple of things that are in our fields, so that the higher team that are working with all of us can help lift this out of our field, so that we are free. We can just go ahead and easily then relax into the 30-minute silence.
Yes, and it's beautiful because it really gives us the opportunity to visualize what we want to create for humanity at such its monumental time, to have the ability to really see, feel, and sense through our just beautiful love of our heart, and opening this opportunity for our beautiful, wonderful awakening. So it's so amazing that we can be here together, because we know when we gather in groups, in forces, that energy multiplies to the greatest levels, especially with all of you around the world. We're just very, very thankful that you can join in and really, really feel from your heart that love, that joy, that happiness, so you can direct that in any which way that you see for the highest good of all, for this beautiful planet and our humanity.
And tonight's focus for Michael and I particularly, and a few of you that were on our call on Friday Tea Time Ascension Talk, we would like to utilize this opportunity through our vessel to visualize the highest Christ light, of the highest vibration of golden light, coming out of all the 5G towers around Gaia. We are going to be focused there, particularly this evening, so to help shift its frequency field to the Christ light instead, kind of like dismantling its program. So that's where we're going to be focused. And if there is an area that you're focused, you can. And again, this is it's the highest vibration of love for the highest good of all humanity. So all is welcome. So having said that, let us get first started. We are going to be calling in our higher team of light that all of us have, to assist with any concerns that we have that are sitting in our field, that maybe been sitting in our day, or the yesterday or the day before, where it just feels a little bit heavy and we like it to be lifted. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves permission to hand it over to the middle so that the higher team can take it and transmute it out of our field through this violet flame so that we can be very clear instrument when we go into the meditation. So it's 7:50 and I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Okay. So what I like to have us do, let me go ahead and first call in all the assistants in. Or actually, we're going to reverse this. We're going to go ahead and address what's in the field. So, Michael, would you like to address what's in your field that feels maybe stuck, feels heavy, feels a little dense? You like to offer that to the middle?
Sure. Right now, I would just like to take this level of fatigue and tiredness. I noticed there's just been this energy of lack of sleep that I've not had, and also this pressure in the head that comes and goes. So in the physical transmutations of my body going through all of these updates, I'd like to take all of that energy that's moving through me and just place that into the grace of God to lift that and release that so the fullness of my spirit and my love can shine in its most naturally aligned state.
Okay, thank you so much. And all of you are going to be also asked to place what you need to hand over first into the middle so the higher team can take that. So tonight I would like to offer the heaviness energy that I felt from last night that is being lifted within the fields of consciousness, particularly a lot of the satanic demonic energies and the pressure in my head that I felt today. I like to hand this what's in the collective energy hand over into the middle as many are awakening first to this. So there's a lot of that chaotic energy within the fields. And I would like to have it be placed into the center in this beautiful garment of the golden fabric that the angels can take and transmute back into light. And I'd like to ask all of you to please place any concerns you have. If it's, for example, health, place it there. Concern about your loved one, place it there. If you have concern about financial, put it there. If you have any concern about being antsy, you haven't been out and feeling trapped, place it there. Or maybe even the unknown, what's going to happen this month, how it's been, is it going to extend another month of shutdown, place it there. So all is welcome for you to have the opportunity to place it there. As I will now call the higher guides to assist with this. And then right away after, I'm going to have us move forward in allowing ourselves to connect with the flame of the purity flame in our hearts and connecting it in this golden ball of light and breathing it in into all of our bodies and expanding it to all of our bodies first and allowing it to connect to source light and all the way to the heart of Gaia. And this golden, luminous, light-filled frequency of pure Christ, unity Christ light. And when you're fully filled with this first, and the parts of you that needs it first receives it, then afterwards you place your hands into the center as if Gaia is in the center, and you allow yourself to be an instrument where the frequency comes through you, and you hold that for 30 minutes. So in a minute, I'm going to start this. So let us now go ahead. You can put your hands in your heart from this point. Take a deep in breath in and release out of your mouth. And again, breathe in, breathe out. And one more time, breathe in, breathe out. welcoming direction of the east, the south, the west, and the north, welcoming the element of fire, earth, water, and air, welcoming the great medicine of the eagle, mother serpent, sister jaguar, and hummingbird, as we welcome the inner child, the teenager, the adult, and the elderly into the sacred space. As we welcome the elemental kingdom and queendom, the fairies and the pixies and elves, as we also call in the crystalline fields and the ancient Atlanteans and the ancient Lemurian, as well as the cities of light, we call your presence in this now. As we call our ancestors of the highest light to be with us in this now, as we call up on our beautiful spirit guardians to be with us, we call up also the beautiful spirit animal guardians to be with us, as we call up on the amazing angels and archangels, the cherubims, and the seraphims to also be with us, and particularly Master Angels, Archangel Michael, we call upon your presence to help support us. We also call upon the beautiful Ascended Masters and the Great White Brotherhood of Light to be here and supporting us, particularly Yeshua, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene. We call upon the Mahakohans of the Rays of Light to also support all of us, as we call upon particularly Saint Germain to take the lead. We call upon Ashtar Command and the Great Order of Melchizedek, as we call upon the sacred ancient white rose and the order of the sacred white dove. We call upon the ancient white dragons, white Pegasus and the white unicorns, and the white winged ones, as we call upon the councils of light, the rays of light, the legions of light, the intergalactic councils of light, the galactic federation of light, and the planetary alliance of light, and our star brothers and sisters of light of the highest, as we call upon the golden sacred pyramid to be placed upon each of us and this beautiful gathering, so only the highest light of love interacts with all of us, as we also call in source light to bless all of us with the golden light as we go into this beautiful silent meditation. We ask all of our concerns, all of our worries, all of our fears, all of the thoughts that are negative or emotions that are negative in this now to fully be taken from our fields, from all of our bodies, and fully be placed in this garment of this golden beautiful fabric of light, and allow it to fully be transcended back into light by the power of the transmuting violet flame. We ask our fields to fully be open up, for our hearts to be open up, so that we can be a pure transmitter of the highest vibration of the golden light in this now. Golden being, the golden child, the golden sun, to be of the highest instrument for Gaia and humanity through the power of unconditional love. We ask this to be done according to divine's holy will, and so it is as we begin breathing in the beautiful breath of the great mystery into our hearts, and breathe out of our mouth, creating this further expansion within this breath as we breathe in even deeper, drawing the energy away from our physical eyes and dropping into the center of our chest, even deeper by the power of our breath, deepening our breath and allowing the breath to let go And one more time, dropping in, following the breath, nice and easily, all the way inside, right in the center of our chest, where our hands are placed, asking for the light to be seen from inside, to see the luminous, golden, beautiful flame of light, so bright, so bold and beautiful, so pure and innocent, so clear in the light of its love from the Creator Source, extended down through the 144 dimensions, anchored in this physical garment as the sparkling light where we originated from, and we return back to, and it's been left behind so we can always find our way back home to Source Light. And as we breathe from this purity, innocent flame of golden white light, which is the ray of light of love, we begin filling our physical garment with this purity, gold and white flame of light. Through our breath, we allow it to penetrate to every cell, every atom, every molecule, and every neurotransmitter, every organ, every bone, and every muscle, and covering our entire skin and hair and nails. And as we breathe even deeper, we allow it to cover our entire emotional body, allowing it to fully be luminous in its golden light, in its ray of light of love. And deepening our breath, allowing it to expand into our mental body, filling ourselves completely up, breathing deeper into it, expanding it to our etheric body, allowing to expand even deeper, even wider. And our next in breath, allowing it to expand all the way to our spiritual body, allowing the oneness of spirit that we are in our beautiful, holy, sacred form. Visualizing ourselves inside a golden, dazzling ball of light, a sphere of light, a pyramid or a diamond, or even a Merkaba, whatever feels the best. Shielded completely by the power of divine light and the highest protection of love, fully connected from our crown all the way up to Source Light, as the golden child that we are, breathing in that presence and awareness inside, deep into our heart, and connecting from our heart to the heart of Gaia, to the center of her crystalline diamond heart, feeling the one resonance. We are connected to deliver the golden age in this golden frequency of light. And now begin really filling yourself completely with this golden light. And when you are ready and you are fueled first, then place your hand in the center and allow your instrument to be the vessel in which this golden Christed frequency will be directed towards Gaia, wherever it is missing love, the divine unconditional love. and we'll see you in 30 minutes. Take a deep in breath in. And release completely. And again. And release completely. And another deep in breath in. And releasing out of your mouth. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Coming back in. Maybe drinking your water. Thanking all of you that have joined us. Those of you who have been joining us every week, thank you so much. And those of you who are new, thank you so much. And as usually we go over what we experienced, and we welcome you to fully share also your experience, either here or when this live stream is finished on the Ascension Alchemists Facebook page, where I post about this right after, where you can maybe even take a video of what you experience and share with us. So, Michael, would you like to go, or would you like me to go?
I'll let you go.
Okay. So tonight, as soon as we began, I saw right away these. I can't say they were coin. I can't say they were chip. I feel there was some kind of like key coded something, gold, all in the and in the stratosphere on Earth. And I was seeing it was like the first layer of it in a geometric pattern. Imagine Earth's grids expanding out of Earth, and where the crossings were these circular discs. They were actually discs, and they were golden. They had some key coded information on it. So that was first fifth dimensional, and then out of that another geometric pattern that was seventh dimensional. Out of that was the next pattern, ninth dimensional, and out of that, what it was, they were all vibrating gold, sort of like laser pulsing light coming in, and then they were directed towards these cell towers all around Gaia. So I stayed with this for quite a while. I started working with the cell towers. And what was happening was this golden frequency was coming towards each of the tower, and I was being asked to shift its current, alter current. And there was a vibration of spiraling up and then spiraling down. And so I had to go through so many of these first in the same movement that I was being asked. Then after that, then I had to go back and start. Each of them then had to be covered in crystalline diamond light. So I went through the series of that, came back. Then from the center of the horizontal plane of it, then it had to connect in vertical and horizontal axis. Then these discs were laser, kind of like almost like laser light directing towards them. And then each of them were pulsing then the Christ light. So I had to go through all of that. Then all of them were being connected to all the other electric towers and all other towers in general. So any tower was only beaming this, and they were all connecting to each other. So after I was in this for quite a while, and then I saw each of the towers. Then there was some specific language of key was shown to me that I had to draw it out like this. Then I went through all these series of them. There were about 70 something that I was working with. And from there, then the Gaia was then showing this light particles of gold frequency was emanating out of it. Then I saw Isis and Osiris had come. Those of us who were on the call on here tonight, we were each, which I've seen this before. We were each put on a golden crown with some specific crystal on it, and these golden robes, and all of us that were here, and the specific sort of like gems on it represented the level of unconditional love that we were at this time emanating towards Earth and humanity. We were being crowned by the power of our Christ light that we were delivering on Earth. That brought a lot of tears to me. It was so beautiful. And Isis and Osiris and it was just so beautiful, and it represented the level, the higher we went in expressing unconditional Christ love. The crown of us had a specific ray of, let's say, jewel crystal that represented its hierarchy level of attainment of the Christ unconditional love. Like really incredible. And from there, then we on this call, and those of us who were taking this, we were then taken to the areas where the individuals who had created the damages against crimes against humanity that were captured, we were then they were being treated in the royal Christ light ray, so they can be pardoned and be able to come back in the golden society with the rest of us and live as a Christed being, which was so beautiful. And the children were all on the ship being taken care of. But these particular very vicious people who done just horrific crimes, they were so taken by the love washing over them. It was just extraordinary, like mind-blowing for me to even see that. And I saw we were all golden, just so many of us golden, representing the golden cities of light that we had delivered into this plane, this reality. And I mean, there's so much more that took place, so I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, just massive amount that took place. So I'll just
That was
to
a
give
lot.
you
That was beautiful, sweetie. Very
yeah, it
beautiful.
was incredible.
Immediately when I closed my eyes, I saw, it was interesting. It was like this shape of silver. It was like a silver strand. And as the silver strand came over Earth, all of a sudden there were diamond crystals that were surrounding Earth. And they started to go from the four corners and then brought a complete symmetry, like a complete circle. Those diamond crystals were then shimmering the most smallest diamond fractals toward each other, as if they were beaming directly across from each other. There's this just powerful, like almost as like a microcosm, macrocosm of the largest diamond crystal you could see to the smallest one, and they were shimmering to each other. As those rays were going across to each other, there was one gigantic crystal like this in the center. And that was going straight toward Earth and then beamed to all the cell towers. As that beamed to the cell towers, then out of the cell towers came like this golden fragmented pixie dust, as I could probably describe it. And that started to then go all the way down to the Earth, as if the towers were much taller than the regular towers. It was like these towers were, it was almost like as the particles hit the towers, these towers grew into a very elongated structure. And then that started to spread all of these golden fragments down upon the Earth. From there, I saw in Earth, it then showed these crystal clear pyramids. And these crystal clear pyramids started to pile on top of each other. And then as soon as they got to Earth's surface, they spread out to different unique locations, and they started to grow out of the ground. As these crystal clear pyramids were planted in these cities, then there was like the doorways were these small little pyramids that showed individuals walking directly into them, as if it was a chamber of light that was purifying, clearing, transmuting, transforming them before they even got to the main pyramid. So it was like this cleansing center that would purify everything they had, so when they got to the main center, then they could feel the grace of the Christ consciousness that was beaming all the way down. And so I started to watch that, because part of it was like we were all, it's going to sound weird, we were all the diamond crystals on the outer Earth, all of us in this call. And as we were surrounding that, it then showed the diamonds coming up through the earth. And then what was really powerful is then it showed this light. First it was white, and then it was rainbow sickled, and it was coming directly out of our hearts toward this huge crystal, and then coming out of our third eye. And as it was coming out of both and radiating down, we were also receiving that Christ light back into our structure, and then that started to spin. As that was spinning around the earth, all of a sudden I saw this just beaming white light coming down, which brought my hands into this movement where it was expanding the light straight down along the vertical axis. And then my hands went outward, expanding it along the horizontal axis. And then right in the center was this, it was like this small little white ball. And that started to grow larger and larger. And before I knew it, it was Earth that was surrounded by this miniature white light, but then grew to the size of Earth. And as soon as that Earth grew to the size of all the pyramids on the Earth, started to fill up with this rainbow colored rays of light that were swirling inside the pyramids. So psychedelics swirling inside the pyramids that were allowing the transmutations of us to expand to our higher multidimensional light. And then that started to expand through the world, where then there was just these beautiful scenes of just happiness and joy and love, families hugging. And when the light was, take it back, when the light was expanding from our hearts through this into the crystals, that was then going into all the homes of the people right now and bringing like joy and happiness into their hearts. It was taking every dark scene around the world and transmuting that back into light. And as that light was swirling, then it opened up golden swirls of light that were coming from the ground up to the galaxy, and then hitting off of lots of ships, galactical being of ships that were moving around us. Toward the end, it was really powerful, because then all of a sudden it showed many of us going to the world leaders, and we were just bowing in great honor and thanking them for all that they were doing. Then we were going to all the dark beings, and we were bowing and thanking them what their role was. And it was interesting, because as we were going around, there was no difference between good or bad, evil, dark, or light or dark, because we were honoring what every leader had to do and what every dark had to do, and we were just all like bowing in great honor and great gratitude to the whole circles. And then above, like the galactic beings were just like smiling and holding us. And from there, it just showed like the nature beings, the elemental kingdom, the fairies. Like if you can imagine every type of dimensional being in this world, like smiling in the light that was generating, because it was like, it was giving this celebration of what is just happening, what is happening right now. And that just brought me back into my here, where light was pulsating out of my body, and then the tutorial field went up and out, and then down and out, like tutorial. And then that started to connect to every grid line around the world. And that's why I just sat there holding that love of just expanding. And at the very end, my hands started to like move very, very high, very, very high, very high. And I felt Archangel Michael's presence come before, and then electric blue light come straight down and come over everyone, protecting them in this Christ conscious light, as if it was like a, and it was interesting because I could feel my hands go like this, as if it was like a merging of the angelic light of electric blue light that came all the way down through the earth and through the galaxy, and just brought like a huge rush of love and light and peace, and just like celebration that this has been put forth.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it was very powerful tonight.
So beautiful. There's one more part that I like to share. I had a visitation within a galactic a galactic being that showed up, a female form with some kind of like almost like a motorcycle helmet, and white with the stripes, not stripe, gold attire. It's almost like a motorcycle outfit. Like imagine white and some gold things here, and came and was showing me some sort of mathematic physics equation, because I remember the pi. I remember, the sine, cosine. I remember that there are these numbers, and then I saw imagine a two-dimensional circle, and then behind it a square, and then behind it a pentagon, and then behind it another shape. I don't know what's a seven-sided or nine-sided. I don't know what's that called. And some configuration where the numbers were coming out. Then it opened a portal, and then this portal opened up, and then the other side, and then this, and she was showing me this mathematical equation, like how mercury, that liquidy solid thing it has, and it was showing this pattern with the mathematical equation, that you go from this, literally the portal, and you come out of it this way. I don't quite understand at all what that was, but I know that I would be able to recognize it later once it's integrated. But I remember specifically the floating of the numbers, physics, just or physical physics. So that's the other one that I want to add. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. We would love to hear what your experience is. So let us just go over a little bit. Maybe Michael can read better than I can.
Sure. So thank you guys for all of you here. So Vic Star said, I saw the earth surrounded by crystalline diamond golden light, like a mist layer, and it was sparkling with rainbow colors. Very interesting. It was very similar to mine.
Thank you, Francine.
Dana, yours is much more detailed, Michael, but I saw the ships and the rainbows, the happiness of the people hugging, dancing, and singing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. I saw so much love and bliss. Joy, Francine from Tampa, beautiful resonance as we held golden diamond light around Gaia, all beings transcended. Caitlin, Melissa, I was given a ruby diamond shaped crystal that was pulsating light.
Thank you.
Zach, connected, protected, and I saw her face. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We are all in 1-4 corners, so cool.
Thank you.
Pixie Dust. Caitlin, I saw disclosure taking place on Main Street Media, new by Trump.
Okay.
People gathering outside all over the planet with candles. Thank you, Caitlin. Astra Command through again, hugging me, reminding me I'm protected.
Nice.
Thank you. And then everyone in Tabitha, hello. Sandra, hello. Rachel, all the beautiful beings. Mary, Rachel, Dana, Hillary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for always joining us. Georgia, Kelly, Miriam, Lori, Carolyn, Lisa, Lee, Rasheka, Janice. Thank you guys for all being here. We had a very large gathering as we did our first 2 weeks ago, and we want to thank just the beauty of all. Lee, I saw the happiness and healing of people all over the world. It is beautiful that each of us and what we're sharing and what we're doing, what's happening here is just a strand of what's happening beyond, because of all of our intentions, all of our energies is magnifying this energy to such a colossal level. So we're so grateful and thankful for your participation.
And we do really want to hear the fullness of your experience, kind of like, unfortunately, in this Michael and I, we don't get to fully hear, and that's why I want to hear. That's why I'm going to post this picture I just took on our Facebook page and welcoming you. Take a video, comment, make it as a comment, so we actually get to see your video. What did you experience tonight? Because when you share it, you give permission to others to validate their experience. And we all get to tap into each other's experience, and often there's a lot of similarity because the higher teams coming through all of us, you know, as all of our team coming together, and we get to see these higher visions, and they are then brought into this plane, this dimensional reality. So we love to hear your experience.
And she said, I've been having dreams starting 3 nights ago, sitting high up around the planet on clear crystal grids, meditating, and these beings are assisting. It's beautiful. Thank you, dear heart.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Kelly, I felt people connected around the earth. I felt the joy we are sharing. Thank you.
Yes, thank
And that's
you.
the beautiful thing about
Yeah.
this is we get to really feel the connection of what's happening before us and know that beyond what they're saying, there's so much more that's happening. That's why we're just grateful we can share this moment and really just allow whatever comes forward to really be blasted in our highest light, because it is really nourishing and just so fulfilling to our hearts when you come
It's
through
so
this.
fulfilling. And you know, being the 15th week, and as we started, we are experiencing more and more and more this golden light, the golden frequency. Everything is around us, just so much around us, and we get to viscerally experience it, and collectively it's so powerful. And we just trust what we are experiencing is becoming in this dimensional reality, and we don't interfere with it, and just being allowing our higher lens to see these magnificent experiences so that it can be brought into this plane. And all of us that are joining, again, we put this call out to everybody, but not everybody feels the call. But those of you that feel called continuously, we get to see the higher team really embracing us and appreciating, and really making sure we I feel almost every time is like just in gratitude coming in that we on the call are able to deliver this. And I feel like tonight for me, again, it keeps coming up, like all these ones that have done so much wrong, like the greatest day that we can be of service is really
Forgiveness.
to forgive them, and to just extend our love. And again, nothing else. So it's quite fascinating. And I can feel that's a gift, because it's at a whole nother level.
And it's beautiful because I feel all of us are connected as one. We're just the space holders of allowing all this to come forward. As we gather, we're equally feeling these energies, and our own individual visualizations help blast and connect us. Melissa Pardo, she said, I was above Earth seeing these sonic pulsing waves blasting and pulsating all around the planet. I did as well.
Thank you, Melissa.
Where then I saw ashes being blown from Earth. She said, sending as much love and peace and the gift of good night's sleep. Both of you. Thank you.
It's going to be a great sleep. And if anybody that worked with the 5G towers, please also make a comment for us. Let us know. I felt that was really incredible.
Melissa said, and then this beautiful rain that sparkled like diamond washing over the entire earth, cleansing it, and all the nature sparkled, and everyone on the planet was beaming with sparkling light. Thank you, Michael.
Beautiful.
Honey.
Thank you so much.
It's a gift. Drink lots of water.
Yes, please drink a lot of water.
Usually what Honey and I do after this, we disconnect. We just cut off. We cut off and just...
I'm going to post this and then cut off.
Stay in your vibration. Keep your vibration in a state where not to get distracted by anything else, because it's so nice just to marinate in this and just feel
go to bed.
Go to bed and feel the love of what you experienced, and just to allow the recognition in the beauty of yourself and what you took part. Because many times of us light workers, us caregivers, us being healers, teachers, we put so much energy of giving, and I feel it's very important of what we did tonight is to also celebrate within it, like, wow, how beautiful that we took the time ourselves to nourish it, to just give yourself that congratulations of taking part of this on a worldwide level, because it truly is an honor that we can do this in such a powerful time. And when we look back at this of what was happening, we came together worldwide to share our visions, to share our love, and it's something that it really can't be described. All we
Yeah.
can do is just share our gratitude, and that is within you, and you're just as a part of it as we are,
Yeah.
and to hold that and to recognize what is being anchored is it's very beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. It really is.
Hmm.
Lee, thank you so much. I work with the towers locally, then surrounded the earth. They ended up giving out golden rays and hitting everybody with positive love. Exactly. Thank you so much. So we're not going to be scared of 5G at all. We have a higher technology. Connie says, love you guys, love you too. I can't wait till quarantine is done and we can see each other in person. Yes, I'm looking forward for the 5 million march in banning social distance, so we all come out and hug each other in the street and being the rebels that we are.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you so much. So much love to you. Thank you, Francine. Thank you. Oh, Lisa. Thank you so much.
A lot of sparkling golden coming out of 5G. Beautiful.
Yes, beautiful. That's
Thank you, Victoria.
beautiful.
Thank you guys so much for being here, for staying up, and most important, treating yourselves very special the rest of the night. You deserve it. Treat yourself with so much love because you absolutely honor that fullness within you.
Stay delicious, crystalline delicious. And we'll speak with you next week.
Yeah. Have a beautiful day. Please share this with those that you feel would connect with this, because this meditation.
And invite others, please. I'm going to post this now, and we look forward in using your technology and letting us what you experience. So much love. Aho, namaste, lakeshwar, esh, hash, hash. Love you all.
Love you.